Oh, how's it going? I'm doing a video response for this protection at the workplace, protection before profits. I completely agree with you um on carrying a weapon to work because a lot of jobs are dangerous, and it's a shame that all these companies have all these anti-firearms policies that are completely ridiculous. Like when my dad was starting college, he had a job delivering pizzas. And one of the guys he worked with carried a weapon because a lot of times they would deliver places that were bad, and something happened, and his friend was someone tried to rob him, and he shot the guy, and after that they've fired him, and that's just ridiculous. And after that, my dad even quit because he told him, I'm not going to work for somebody who's going to fire somebody for protecting himself, because it's one of those things with weapons. I think I'd rather have one and not need it, and need it and not have one. I mean, I completely agree with you. It's a lot of times I think people stereotype gun owners too much. Like they think we're all crazy when they're just normal people. It's I mean, I want to be a police officer, and I feel bad for people in places like New York and Chicago who are good people that live in bad neighborhoods and they can't get anything to protect themselves. So literally, some gangbanging drug dealer comes into their home with a gun that they shouldn't even have, and the only thing that these people have to defend themselves with is to dial 911 and just pray to God that someone gets there. So I completely agree with you. Like another incident happened at an AutoZone. Someone was trying to rob the place, and the guy shot and killed the person that was robbed, and they fired him. So it's I think these companies demonize firearms because they they don't understand. They can only see a gun as a bad thing, and when really most people just own them to defend themselves. And I don't know if you've been following the news, and people are saying, why do you need a gun like that, or why do you need a gun? And it's about it's your right. You have a constitutional right to own one. It isn't called the Bill of Need. It's not about your need. It's about your right. I tell people the reason we own guns, whether no matter what kind of gun it is we have them to protect ourselves, our family, and defense from a tyrannical government. And this is the one that a lot of people, are like, oh my God, he's crazy. Well, the one thing that I look at is I always look to history. And first of all, we had hundreds of thousands of Native Americans that were forced off of their land, and many of them were slaughtered. That's tyranny. African Americans, over 100 years, had so many laws passed that discriminated against them, and the government pretty much just let those hooded idiots run around and do whatever they want. And I tell people, you can believe what you want, but if that's not tyranny, then I don't know what is. It's just something to think about. It's just I think people that didn't grow up around firearms too much and don't want to educate themselves get scared. And it's a shame because I think more responsible citizens should be armed because in the end you're in charge of your own protection and your own family's protection. Because there's a saying, when seconds count, police are only minutes away. And I come up from a big law enforcement family, and it's true. We can't always get there all the time. I mean, most police officers will tell you they'd much rather you shoot the guy that's robbing your house than them come and you're dead. For it's such a shame. Well, I just thought I'd post this response. Great video, man. I completely agree with you, and hit me up, man.